Why visit Cancun? For me personally, it is the resorts, in particular the all-inclusive resorts. Even though I do post videos, I'm kind of a shy person. I'm introverted. That's why I don't enable the comments. I don't really interact too much with people at work or outside of work. So just to be able to stay at the resort and have everything included, the food, the drinks, everything on site is, for me, it is just makes everything more relaxing, more comfortable knowing that I'm just at the resort, and if I'd rather not go outside of the resort, I don't have to, because I have everything I need right here. We are at Hotel Review Palace Las Americas right now. So why visit Cancun? That's my reason. There are many reasons, but this is just mine. From my own perspective, as someone who is shy, introverted, doesn't really like too much social interaction, I'm just staying at the resort having a great time. And I don't know if there's too many people like me who will just go to Cancun just to stay in the resort and not go outside. I don't know if there's too many people like me, but that's just my reason. And I know a lot of people like to go on excursions and kind of walk outside of the resort, walk into town. For me personally, I'm just here relaxing with everything included, and I think that the vacations are very reasonably priced. I consider it a privilege to be here, and always a privilege to take some extra money in tips and single dollar bills, $5 bills, something that is tremendously appreciated by the guests. Sorry, why not by the guests? Tremendously appreciated by the staff who work so hard. I totally don't say that to say that, oh, I'm better than anyone else, or I'm putting myself on a pedestal because I bring money in tips. It's just something that, if you weren't aware, the tips are very much appreciated by the staff. So that's why in particular I tip definitely more than I used to. I consider it a privilege to be here. It's not just, oh well, we paid for the vacation. It's like the staff works so hard to make these vacations special. So why visit Cancun? I've really never had a problem with anyone here, any of the employees here working at these resorts I visited. And I know there's tons of resorts out there, and I'm not going to speak for every hotel, but despite a few hiccups here at Hotel Review Palace Las Americas, a few minor hiccups, this is exactly what I hoped for. This is exactly the vacation I wanted. So I'm incredibly happy to be here to enjoy this trip. And for me, that's why I visit Cancun. It's the amazing weather all year round, with the exception of sometimes it's a very windy day, sometimes it rains a lot. But temporarily, usually, from the 10 times or so I visited Mexico, Cancun, Mexico, around that area, it's hasn't really been a lot of weather that's not optimal. It's rained a few times, it's been windy a few times, it's been cloudy sometimes, but overall, the weather really has been perfect in my opinion, especially January weather right now. January, but perfect weather here in Cancun, Mexico. Maybe not in some parts of the United States, but that's one reason for me. Perfect weather, great all-inclusive resorts. You got your food, drinks, entertainment, in some cases a coffee lounge, snack bar, all of that included for one price, and you don't have to leave the resort if you don't want to. And that's just me personally. I stay on the resort, and I like it. I have the option certainly to leave the resort to go exploring, but I'm just not much of an exploring person. So all-inclusive resorts, you pay one price. Not everything's included, obviously. If you want some extra items in a gift shop or extra spa services, certainly you can pay extra for that. If you want to go on an excursion, you can pay extra for that. Money for tips, you can feel free to designate some money aside for some tips. Single dollar bills, $5 bills, some pesos. But other than that, it's really that you're getting your 3 meals a day and some snacks and drinks, and depending on what resort you're at, maybe a coffee lounge, a 24-hour lounge. 3 meals a day all included, so you don't have to worry about how much am I going to spend on food today, drinks, you've already paid for it. So that is the reason for me. Why visit Cancun? I love the all-inclusive resorts. There's so many to choose from, and not just Cancun, Mexico, you have other areas near the Cancun airport like Playa del Carmen, Puerto Morelos, and further you have Akumal, also Tulum, Puerto Aventura. So there's many places to visit, not just Cancun, not just the Cancun hotel zone. So many wonderful resorts to choose from. Lots of resorts to choose from. Something for everyone here, really. You want kind of more of a smaller territory next to the beach, you have that. Maybe a larger territory for walking around with huge pools. Maybe think about looking outside of Cancun and maybe in Puerto Morelos or Playa del Carmen. Tons of resorts there as well. So I love the all-inclusive resorts. I'm more of a shy person, more of an introverted person. I don't go exploring, I just stay here, enjoy the facilities, and I paid one price for it, one all-inclusive price. And we have fantastic weather all year round. I mean, I typically don't go in June, July, August. Might be a little bit hot for me. But January weather, absolute perfection in my opinion. We're here in Cancun. Very reasonably priced vacations, luxury vacations, budget resorts, and great weather. For me, that just about sums it up. And the wonderful staff who work so hard at these hotels. So I definitely bring money and tips. And I distribute those throughout our stay. Single dollar bills, $5 bills. You can also bring pesos. This is Hotel Rio Palace Las Americas, just one of the many all-inclusive resorts available to be booked in Cancun, and there's also areas outside of near Cancun, near the airport, that you can check out aside from the Cancun hotel zone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Why visit Cancun for me? It's the resorts and the weather. I love it.